Well, give the uses of freon 12, DDT and CCl4 and iodoform. Let's take one by one. Freon 12 is very interesting. When it was discovered around 100 years back, scientists were all swooning over it and gaga about it. But then there are problems associated with it. But before that, see, CF2Cl2, dichloro-difluoromethane. It is sold by a commercial name called freon 12, right? Right. And freon 12 is a very popular refrigerant. It is used in the cooling system of all air conditioners and refrigerators. That is a very major use. Anything else? Later on, because it was cheap and inert and it was considered quite safe. It was also used in deodorant sprays. You know, you have those people spraying deo all over them like stupid people. So, freon 12 was used because it doesn't have smell. If you're using fragrances are costly. And you don't want to really fill the entire spray bottle with fragrances. So most of it is freon 12, which is used to create pressure. And with pressure, some fragrance comes out, or a tiny bit of it. So they're used in body sprays, hair sprays, etc. Yes, but there's a problem. What? This is an ozone killer. If you're using too much of freon, as it gets released in atmosphere, it travels to the upper atmosphere, stratosphere, and it begins to decompose ozone there. And this ozone layer prevents sun rays, the ultraviolet sun rays, from reaching Earth properly. Now, the moment you remove this ozone layer, more UV rays start reaching the Earth, and if they start hitting the Earth, that means, again, life would be destroyed. So, each time you're using that fancy body spray, you're destroying Earth. Remember that, and that is why people have now started using, they have now started discouraging the use of freon 12. DDT, dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane. DDT was, every government's favorite compound, insect killer, mosquito killer, anti-malarial, anti-dengue drives. People used to spray DDT everywhere, etc., etc. Very popular insecticide. That was the only use. Unfortunately, DDT is now a very well-known carcinogen. It causes cancer. So there are people who are avoiding it now, and then there are people who say that rather than dying from mosquito bite and dengue, I would rather take cancer, because cancer is not guaranteed, but dengue is guaranteed. So there are people still using it, but again, it's not safe. What about CCl4? CCl4 is much more popular. It was used, sometime back in dry cleaning. Means you take CCl4, you wash clothes with it, all the dirt and oils and greases, they dissolve in CCl4, and you get a clean cloth. So it was a very popular degreasing agent. You want to remove grease, grime, oil-based things, you wash it with CCl4. Yes. CCl4 is very inert. It is one of those organicish compounds which does not catch fire. Okay. So it was used in fire extinguishers. Well, that's the second use. Then, thirdly, it was also used as a starting material for manufacturing many chlorofluorocarbons. Like, you want CF2Cl2, you just start with CCl4 and you replace 2Cl by 2Fs and you get CF2Cl2. In that sense also, it was very easy and a very good thing to use or start with. In general, CCl4 is a very popular inert solvent. It doesn't react much, it's heavy, it dissolves many organic compounds very easily, and these have been 3-4 very major uses of CCl4. What about iodoform? Antiseptic. It's slightly sharp smelling, not very pleasant, but iodoform when applied on skin used to release I2, iodine, very easily, which was very popular antiseptic, and that is why it was used. Nowadays people don't care for it much simply because of unpleasant smell. I'm just removing myself so that you can take a screenshot and use it if you wish.